Howdy do da day. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Guys, let's jump inside of Unity. And what we're going to do is we're going to be working on our dog game today. Our stupid little dog game. We're going to be working on this game specifically today, mainly inside of Unity. We might jump into Photoshop. We might jump into Visual Studio. But what we're going to be doing is make the hearts. There's a very loud teenager driving their car outside my office. We're going to be making hearts that pulsate when you get hurt. We're going to make flash effects to indicate that you've gotten hurt. And then obviously these collectible cupcakes that make you feel much better, right? Give you health. All right, let's go ahead and jump inside of Unity and get started. By the way, guys, feel free to download my free 2D game kit below. It's totally free. It's my treat to you. I used this exact 2D game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in 14 days, and then I got to play it in front of his subscribers, which was really awesome. So download that. Use it however you want. It's my treat to you. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and hit play here. I want to show you what we've made so far, okay? Here we go. So this is what we've made today. Well, honestly, this week. We've been working pretty hard on this week. Let's go to play focus mode here so that we can actually see it. There we go. And first thing I want to show you guys is the drop shadow below the dog. This is just a quick update before we get started on the health meter. The drop shadow below the dog is much more faded now. It looks a little bit more clean. And it actually conforms to the mesh, right? Originally, it was just a flat quad, but now over top of these spiders or these bugs, for example, you're gonna see it nice and smooth, right? It's gonna conform to the mesh. The next thing I wanna talk about is we created a snap system for jumping and platforming. So what I mean is, if I jump over a box, for example here, let me turn this down just a little bit here. All right. So if I jump over this box, I'm going to slowly move towards the center of the box. So anything that's breakable that you're over top of, I know for me personally, tell me what you guys think here. Playing games, and I was talking to Felipe about this, who's my team member. Playing games like, what do you call it? Super Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie. The platforming was great, but sometimes it felt like a little too fluid, a little too, I don't know, punishing. So breakable objects like this, you slowly will move to the center of the object, so that by the time that you're ready to smash it, you're about in smack dab center of that object, okay? Another example is over here with this button here. If I jump over it, it moves me towards the center. See that? Slowly moves me towards the center. That way, I'm always gonna slam right smack dab in the center. Same is true for these bouncies here, okay? And the enemies. Okay, so that's about what we got done regarding the platforming. The next thing I did earlier today, or I'm sorry, yesterday was, well, Felipe worked on these grass. Shouldn't forget this. He worked on the grass, made it look a little bit more like Wind Waker. So we've got the grass working. This is so important. We've also got a shadow being cast behind objects so that you can see the dog. Pretty sweet, right? And then finally, last but certainly not least, if I pause it, we can actually go down to the terrain here. I created terrain today. Now, we're not going to put this in this level, but this is specifically for the hub. The hub is going to be like the castle that you're in, and then you jump through portraits to get to this world. Okay, but I created the terrain today just to show you guys. It's really cool. So basically, the terrain allows for very clean, harsh edges for texturing, and this is done with Tuning Colors Pro. So I'm really excited about this because it's going to make it really easy to create very intentional looking worlds. Originally with the terrain tool inside of Unity, terrain painting is a very soft, it's a soft painting tool. Basically everything is always soft looking, and I could show you if I was to change out the material to something that's not, the Toonie Colors Pro, it would look something like this. See how it's soft? But Toonie Colors Pro gives it these harsh edges. I don't know how it does it, but it does it. So I'm really happy with how things are looking right now. The next thing I want to do, the purpose of this video, is to get started on this heart here. So what I want to do is, first, let's just go to the heart, and let's make it more vibrant, okay? So we're going to go inside of Photoshop here. Let's open up our UI. This is just a PSD file, and this has all of our UI elements, or at least the majority of them, inside of one document. So what I'm going to do is pick a color that I really, really like. I think this orange color is exactly what we want here. So I'm going to take the, what do you call it, the albedo, the texture of it. There it is. And we're going to open it up. I'm going to use that for the heart. Okay. So let's change out the heart color overlay. Let's do something a little bit more vibrant, like this color here. Save it out. And let's take a look now. Okay, so now you can see, this is actually really cool. It shows the background on it, which is not what we want. So I'm going to make sure we remove the background. And now the heart is much more vibrant. So if we hit play, we're going to have a much more vibrant heart that you can always see. Felipe recommended yesterday that we put it in the center of the screen like Mario 64. That is totally a great idea purely for user experience purposes. But because I'm a stickler about graphic design, as is Felipe, I think he was just offering up what Mario does because I've been referencing Mario so much. But I'm a stickler when it comes to UI. I like my hearts to be on the top left-hand corner. So that's what I want to do here. But we're going to take Felipe's idea here, and he mentioned yesterday that give it a lot more feedback. Okay, so we're going to get a lot more feedback here. One of the things I want to do is when I collect health, I want the heart to shine. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to go to our UI, which is all the way in our startup folder here. I say folder, it's just a game object, but it acts as a folder of a variety of different things here. It's all the way at the top. Let's make sure we save our scene. Let's go to startup here, and we have our canvas, and then we have the health icon. Okay, there it is, and we also have the health icon background. Okay, so what I want to do, let's go towards the heart here. What I want to do is first I want to put the health icon BG behind the health icon. Okay, so I'm going to go into the prefab itself. There it is. And I kind of want everything to be nice and self-contained here. I may even go so far as to create an empty game object. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Inside of the canvas here. Okay, create empty child. And we're just going to drag it right up here. We're going to call this health. Okay, make sure everything's zeroed out properly. Width of 100, height of 100, so everything's nice and clean. We just drag that in there. There we go. Now we want to make sure that it looks good on every screen size. I like to do this right at the beginning before I even start animating anything. So let's put on free aspect and just try all these different. So you can see here it's not working properly. It should always stay at the top left hand corner, so I'm glad we checked this. What we want to do is we want to make sure that this over here is set to left top align, so that now if we take a look here, it's always at the same position. So now what we need to do is drag it back up to its original position. Okay, so I believe set this to, I'm just zero it out actually. No, let's see here. What is happening? Oh, I see. So let's go to scene view here, and we're gonna drag it up. I see. So let's set the health at a 0 position. There we go. The children should be zeroed out. Okay, so we're going to zero all those out here. We're going to do center 0 0, center 0 0. So all the children are zeroed out inside of this parent object. The parent is now left top aligned. We can zero it out. Now it's at the top left hand corner, and all I'm going to do is just pull it over. You can't really see it updating, so I need to go to let's turn on our gizmos. There we go. Now we can actually see the canvas. I'm just going to pull it over. I'm going to line it up perfectly with the coins over here. There's our health. Okay. All right, so now that we've got everything parented properly, we can animate it without freaking out. And what I mean is when you're animating inside of Unity and you're doing something like UI, you want to make sure everything's squared away and clean and that they're parented to sort of a global object. In this case, it's just going to be this health parent here. Yeah, I'm fine with it being separate. So there'll be separate animators. There'll be a health animator. There'll be a coin animator, that kind of thing. So I'm fine with that. So let's go to, we're going to have it UI health. And this is going to be idle. Okay, we're going to have an idle state to start. So what does this mean? It means that we can have it sort of pulse a little bit. Just very subtle, okay? So what I'm going to do is actually animate the health icon below it, okay? I could even go so far as to, I think I might do this, create another object. I'm going to call this health parent or health graphics. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but we're going to do it. All we're going to do here is, let's see here, health icon, health BG. The problem with this approach is I really want to be able to scale it, and I don't want to scale the actual graphic. I want to scale its parent in case we want to make changes. So I think it's actually okay here to just animate this. Okay, sorry, that's a little confusing. I know I'm not making a lot of sense here. So let's animate this to sort of pulse, okay? So we'll start at 1, and every second it's going to just bump up, bump down, and then do it again. That's great. Make it slower. That's a little too slow. Is it a little too intense? It is. It's a little too intense. So let's actually go to the curve view here, and we can actually just scale down the intensity of it in the curves. So just literally just bring this down. That's all we're going to do. See? And we'll make sure that we copy this one over and paste right here. That way, maybe even bring this one up here. Yeah, there we go. Subtle, very, very subtle. All right, I'm cool with that. Let's create a new clip. It's going to be called UI health, and this is going to be collect. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to have it turn a vibrant white. And also scale up to a pretty big number, something like 1.6, 1.6, and it's going to be instantaneous, very, very fast, and then go back down to 1. Do you guys see now why I wanted a parent object? Because I want to be able to manipulate the scale of the object, and whatever's inside of this parent, we can change out whenever we want. If we wanted it to be a treat icon, we could do that, and it wouldn't really matter, right? All right. So that's a little too big, so that's 1.4, 1.4, 1.4. All right. Thomas, I need help. I'm working on a 2D game and I can't really achieve anything. Okay, so Eldska, I'm going to try and answer your question while I work here. What do you feel is your greatest weakness here? Why do you feel like you're not getting things done? I'd love to know. It goes back down pretty fast. So it's pretty quick. I want to know, is it a technical problem or is it an emotional problem? Typically it's an emotional problem, but I want to ask. And by emotional, I mean you're feeling insecure, you feel like you're wasting your time, you're quitting projects, that kind of thing. That feels great right there. All right, now let's increase the white and brightness. Making art and coding is hard, and I've been doing game dev since 2020. Well, it's going to be hard. My blunt way of, the way I like to handle things is to just admit that it's not fun and it's not easy and that it's hard. and then you can relax knowing you're normal. So I'll just say, I'm pretty sure you're normal, all right? But that doesn't make it any easier. The Z scale does not matter in this. I just like to keep things nice and even, okay? All right, so I made it gray. I'm going to try and keep answering your question. Ed Scala. I mean, I can't tell you it's going to be easy. It's always going to be hard. Game dev is a really difficult task. And I know that sucks. I'm not being very helpful, but okay, let's get this color right here. There we go. Okay, and by the way, the reason it's just a little sliver is because we're using radial here, so I could fill it up all the way. You can see here we're missing the shine of the heart. I'm not even going to worry about the shine right now because I just realized we want to be able to control the brightness. So let's just make it white. I'm sorry, we want to be able to control, I can't talk today. We want to be able to control the color, okay? Why is it so dark? There we go. And the only way you can control the color of a sprite is if it's white or gray or some sort of light color, okay? So now we can actually make it go bright, okay? So we'll go from here to here, see? It's not very white, is it? Why is that? It should be a perfectly white heart. We're gonna need to figure out this this whole situation here. And then, crap. Let's go back down. So there, collect the heart. I think it should probably go to. Let me see here. There we go. I'm sorry, my computer was kind of being glitchy there. We're gonna have it go 1.3, 1.3, 1.3. My weakness is trying to make everything clean. Yeah. That's such a great, honest thing to say. You're very self-aware. I used to try that, and I still try it. The problem with it is eventually your project will hit a point of no return where it's just complicated, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you can't be clean and can't be precise, but ultimately your project is going to get to a place where it feels messy. You go back and you clean it up, but ultimately it's just going to be big. Even the simplest game like this, it's going to be big. So you got to learn to manage that stress. You got to be okay with that stress. Let's take this health. Here's another example of what I want to do, or why I wanted to make a child of the heart. The first thing is I'm going to create a health icon white fade. Okay, I know what's going on. Ha! I see. Okay, so we're going to put these all as, yep, there we go. The issue we were having just now is we had some Z sorting issues with the sprite here. So we have to unparent them, and now they're all separate. Things that are higher than other things are going to be actually lower when it comes to layer, right? So now this dark background is actually behind the heart itself, which is great. But we have this white. I want to show you what we're going to do with this white. It's going to be really cool. Can't see it. So let's make it white and then scale it up. Can we see it now? Yeah, we're getting there. Okay, so what I want to do with this white is I want it to sort of flash like this and fade out. Okay. So right now it's going to be 0 opacity. And then let's go back to our animation. Okay. So when we collect health, I want it to flash white, right? But I also want this health white to go from a value of just 1, and it just scales up to go all the way up to 2. Okay. And we'll increase the opacity here, just like that. So now we want it to do this, see? Basically, if I paste this here, it flashes and then it fades out, okay? So let's make it 4 now, and then it faded out. Whoop. So probably need to bring this up here. There we go. It's a little fast. There we go. Gets a little too big. So we'll scale it down a little bit. By the way, guys, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, be sure to check it out. It's my treat to you. You can use it however you want. I used this 2D game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in just 14 days. So if you're interested in checking out that game kit, it's totally free below. Let's increase the opacity to a full 1. Or a pretty, what I meant is a more opaque than normal. I can't talk today. That looks really good though. I like that. Very, very good. Okay. So I think the white needs to be behind the health icon. Yeah, I think that's good actually. Right there. Sorry, I'm not making sense. Alrighty. So now let's make sure that that red color is reflected on the idle state as well. Okay. So let's go to the idle state here, or go to the collect state here. You can see it's red, white, then goes red. Good. Wait. It shouldn't keep going up. Why is it doing that? Health icon. So for some reason it's scaling twice, and we don't want that. So it just goes up once and then back down to 1, and then for some reason it's going up again. Is it? Let's take a look here and see what's going on with the curves here. Oh, we got some weird curves action going on. So we're going to set this to flat or even just broken. That way, I see. There we go. Okay, let's try that. Wow, I'm confused. We could probably slow it down. And just bring it like this. Man, what's going on? Okay, I'm cool with it. All right. So for some reason, I'm getting some weird issues. Like I hate how these are all scaled separately. That's good enough. It's not great, I'll be honest. That's good. Okay. So there's health collect. Here's health idle. Now health idle, we need to make sure the color is correct. So what we're going to do is copy over this color here and paste it on the idle. For some reason I can't. There it is. Okay, good. We can see it now. All right, and let's just do it at a baseline as well. So the health icon itself is going to be, let's see here. Let's find the right color. There it is. I'm going to copy this hue, and now we can just paste it. There we go. Okay. I'm going to fill in the heart just a little bit more so we can see it better. Okay. All right. So we've got the collection, we've got the idle state, and so what I want to do is just get those working before we move to the other states. Okay. All right, so we have the health idle, and I want to go back to health idle after we fire the collect animation. I do want it to have an exit time. Exit time means it plays the full animation, so we're going to set it to 1. We'll do 0.1 being the transition just in case. And we don't want it to loop. We don't want the collection to loop. We do want the idle state to loop though. Okay? All right. So now let's go to our character controller. And we're going to create a reference here for the heart. Okay. By the way, if you're not interested in getting my 2D game kit, that's totally free. You can get my free 3D course below. It's called Easy 3D. Check that out below. Hopefully that'll help you learn 3D. You don't need to know anything about 3D. You don't need to know anything about modeling or code. I'm going to teach you how to make a quick, fast game in Unity that's 3D. It's totally free. You can sign up below. All right. So let's just go ahead and add a reference here really quick. It really doesn't matter where I put the reference. It's going to be a serialized field, and it's going to be an animator, and it's going to be called the health animator. Okay? I assume I don't have something like this already. I don't see anything. You never know, though, after you have so many variables. And what we're going to do is when we collect health, we're just going to fire that animation. That's all we're going to do, okay? So here it is. Update health. So we're going to do health animator dot play. We're not going to set any parameters or anything like that. We're just going to do a simple play animation. It's going to be UI health collect. I believe that's what it's called, right? Let's take a look here. It is called, yep, UI health collect. All right, guys, let's see if it works. Scale it up a little bit here. Let's set it to 1920 by 1080. Or 3840 by 2160 is fine. It's a little slow. 1920 by 1080. There we go. Okay, let's go collect that health. Let's kill you first. Did it play? It did not play. That's because we don't have a reference. All right, so we need to set up that reference. So let's drag in the health animator. There it is. Now, I have my theory, though, that we're still not going to see it because we should have got a null reference exception there, but we didn't. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, when we collect this health, it should flash the heart. Didn't. I wonder why. There it is. How odd. Hi, Doomel. How are you? Play health animator.play and then play that. So it should do it. Oh, I didn't save it, apparently. Okay, anyway. Let's hit play again. No, Doomel, thank you for asking, but we're not currently looking for anybody for a development position. I appreciate it, though. It's kind of you to ask. All right, let's hit play, or collect the cupcake here and see if it flashes. There we go! And it didn't increase my health for some reason. I am curious why that is. Let's see what the value of a cupcake is. I think the value of a cupcake should be something like 25. Right? So let's take a look here. The value of a cupcake should be 25. And it's currently set. Oh, its value index is set to 0. So I think it needs to be set to, because 0 is a value index of 1. Okay. So I think we need to do. Man, that sucks. I think it should be 25, not 20. So let's go to our value indexes here that are being set. Let's set it to 25. 20 is a weird number. I don't like that. It doesn't give you an even quad. So I want it to be quads. Four little pieces of the heart. Okay. So let's go to our health and let's man, this sucks. Let's see here. The value index should always be 1, which is going to be the pi. We need to figure this out. The health system collectibles isn't really working for me. But let's collect this cake. There we go. Why did that not set it up properly? D it. Let's see here. Let's go to our health here. And take a look. Let me turn up my air. It's getting really cold, hot in here. really hot. Let me turn down my... Yeah, you're right. If we changed value index to enum, it would be a lot easier. I agree with you. 100%. All right, let's take a look here. If value collect, the fill amount changes. So we need to delete that. We don't want to change the fill amount. But it's not updating for some reason. So let's double check here. Let's go to our player here, and it looks like our health fill amount should equal our health divided by our max health, right? And I'm going to debug that. Debug.log health. Oh, health icon might be null. It might be null. Let's take a look. Is it null? So we're looking for an image here. It might be null, seriously. No, it's not. So it's right there. So it should be filling up based on whatever my health is. And it should also be updating on start. Update health is right there. All right. I'm going to debug this. I'm going to debug the amount, okay? That's the first thing I want to see. This is odd. I wasn't expecting this today. I was expecting it to work. So let's see here. Okay, let's go collect it. It should be 25. It was 5. Okay. All right, so I get it now. I think it's fine, though, honestly, having different sort of bits of health, you know, like a value of 1 or a value of 5. It's not my favorite, but I think we're okay. Anyway, let's set its index to 2. Let's see what we get here. I love the idea of a lot of health collectibles. That's kind of fun to me. All right, let's see if it actually updates. Oh my. Good, okay, it works. So here's the thing, guys. The first thing I want to do here is I want to make sure that that white flash is lasts a lot longer. So I'm going to have it be a lot more of a long tail here. Look. That's a little too fast, actually. No, it's not bad. Maybe put it right here. There we go. All right. What do you think about integrating NFTs into your game? Do you guys really want to hear me argue with you about NFTs again? I've had this argument 1,000 times with about as many people as I can think about. Like there's friends, family. Everyone disagrees with me about this, so I'll just clarify that. Everybody disagrees with me on my thoughts on NFTs. But overall, my conclusion about the NFTs are you're all going to put them in your game. And we're all going to do it, whether we want to or not. I think it's going to be the new business model that serves indie game developers. Do I think it's good? No, I don't think it's good. But I think we're all going to do it. It's just going to happen. Just like we all think Instagram is terrible, but we're all doing it. Or we all think TikTok is addicting and terrible, but yet we all do it. I think we all give ourselves too much credit. We think that we're going to, oh, that's bad, I won't do that. But then when everybody's doing it, all of a sudden you're going to do it. So I think we're all going to end up doing NFTs, unfortunately. It really is unfortunate. I'm going to fix that skybox. Okay, guys. The health works great. Now, the next thing we want to do, this is fun. Watch this. If amount is greater than 0, then play the collection, right? But if not, otherwise, if the amount is like subtract -5, we're going to do health hurt. Okay. All right, guys, you ready? So now let's create a new animation. Let's create this new animation. We're going to call it, I'm going to copy over all the values from health collect, because we'll probably do something similar. Actually, probably not, now that I'm thinking about it. It's going to be UI health hurt. Okay. I think I kind of wanted to shake like that, like that, like that, like that. So let's go to our health BG, and you know, how do we want to do this? Like a shake? We can try it. I'm not a huge fan of it, to be honest, but we'll try it. So we'll put it at a position of 260. Really, we shouldn't be manipulating the parent. We should be manipulating the children. That sounds so... This is a kind of a bizarre statement, but you guys understand what I'm saying here. No! Oh, gosh. Okay, let's open up Unity again. Unity! There we go. It's okay, guys. Sometimes Unity crashes. All right, back to our animation here. I don't know why it crashed, but that's okay. Happens. It's just par for the course, right? We're gonna go to our collect here. Or, wow, we don't even have it. Okay. We need to, how is that even possible? It created it, but it didn't add it to my animation here. Okay, whatever. So I think let's get a vote. Should it shake? Should it, I think it should shake, but should it shake? Should it flash? What should it do? Because I'm thinking something more like you take all of them and you just sort of shake it. So something like this. It's a beautiful day outside. Everything's going great. Humel, is that how you say Dehumel? Is that how you say your name? Says, I feel you, bro. Yep. I think it has to do, unfortunately, with moving multiple animations. So that kind of sucks. I feel like I'm in Groundhog Day here. UI health hurt. Yes. Save the scene. I'm going to just do one at a time, which just sucks. I'm going to do the parent. We're going to do the parent. Actually, hey! I said that weird. Actually, we can just change the anchors, I believe. Can we do that? I think I want to do it, sort of do a scale effect. Because for some reason, the pivoting isn't working. What about this? 25 by 25. I can't move any of the anchors either. What's going on? There's a lot of things I'm confused about. That was weird. Yeah, let's just scale it. And I might flash the screen red, like a full white flash for the screen. Yeah. So let's do this. We'll just scale it like this. And then go down, up, and then back down. Okay? Boing. And then up here, down here, and right there. Okay? So basically what we're doing is sort of giving it a little squash effect. Okay? Something like this. Let's take a look. Yeah, we could try that. It's already red though. That's the thing. That's probably part of the problem here is it's already red, so it's hard to make it look like it hurts. So I might do a white flash on the screen, or a red flash on the screen. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to take this white fade here. We're going to open up the startup here, and we're just going to put this red flash. And I wanted to scale with the canvas size. So if I do like a big white like this and then make it red, okay. If we didn't set it to scale and we set this to free aspect, look, you can see it at the bottom there. So we got to make sure that we set it to stretch. Okay. What I like to do though, this is something weird you have to do, is you have to make sure you go to 1920 by 1080 first, then set it to stretch. And the theory is that if we go to free aspect, it doesn't look great. What? No. I wonder why. Oh, we need to zero it out maybe. Whoa, that's not good. Set the anchors. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the red flash and we're going to go to white fade here. And we're actually going to add a new animation to the white fade. It's going to be called white fade, and then we're going to call it red flash. So we can basically just use the white fade, the fade in and out, as a indicator of getting hurt. So it should show up. I'm not sure why I don't see it. That's crazy. For some reason it's not showing up. What? I wonder why. How strange. Let's see where it is. There's no sprite in it, that's why. Maybe. I'm not sure. Let's double check. Okay, for some reason you can't see it. There it is right there. Okay, let's go to the red flash and see if we can see it. For some reason we couldn't see it in the... Yeah. I don't know why, but for some reason we couldn't see it in the prefab mode. And I also like this because it's in front of all of the elements, so that's good. It looks like the top position should be 0 and the bottom should be 0. There we go. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do for our hurt. Okay, so I think it doesn't need to be so intense. It's just a very subtle indicator, guys. All right, let's save that out. And now let's go to the animator and make sure everything looks good here. And we should probably create a blank state. Okay. So there's our blank state. I actually think fade in should be the initial state. Yeah. So that's the default. Fade in. It's going to go to fade out if fade in is true. Good. If fade in is false, then it's just going to, after exit time of 1, it's just going to go to blank. The same is true with fade out. Actually, no, we don't want it to be that way with fade out. Okay. And if fade in equals true, we're going to go here. Sorry, this is a little convoluted, but overall I think we're going to be okay here. Let's see here. There we go. Exit time, no exit time. No transition. Well, maybe a tiny transition. And that's going to be if fade in is true. Okay, so we're at this blank state here. Now it means that we can make a transition to red flash. Actually, we don't need a transition to it. This is something I've been doing lately. I don't use triggers anymore with animators. I just like to play the animation itself, and then after it's done, with an exit time of 100%, then we do a transition back to blank. So something like 0.1. A little convoluted, I understand. But it doesn't look so convoluted once we arrange it like this. So hopefully that'll work. So now what we can do is go back to our script here and update health here. And there we go. We're going to play the UI health hurt animation, but we're also going to play the white fade animator. What we're going to do is play UI, what's it called here? Let's double check. There it is. This is the animation we're going to play. There we go. So it should just play it. That's about it, guys. All right. So let's take a look. Let's go to 1920 by 1080. There we go. Hit play. So for some reason it's just playing constantly. What? Why? That's its default state, so I don't know why it's... Oh, I know. Else if amount is smaller than 0. If amount is 0, it's not going to do anything, right? It shouldn't. So that update health... the update health function is being called on start, meaning all of our health is being updated, and the health icon, the fill amount, all of that is being updated. But if the amount is 0, then it shouldn't play anything. Now, I will say, I think it was set to loop. That's why it was doing what it was doing. Yep, there we go. Make a transition back to health idle, right? With a transition duration of 0. All right, guys. So now we shouldn't see any animations play. There we go. What is this? Controller health transition UI health hurt uses parameter, which doesn't exist. Well, okay, let's clean this up. Apparently we have a parameter somewhere. I think it's right here. There we go. All right, we should be good. DeHumel says, thank you, Thomas, for all the videos you made. It gives me so much inspiration to finally make it as a game developer despite all of the family and social problems. And that's something we all have, isn't it? We've all got them. And I appreciate the very kind words. That means a lot to me. Seriously. Thank you. Okay, let's collect this. That feels great. Tasted delicious. Let's get hurt. Yeah. Is it actually hurting me? It is. Good. I feel like they should be much more punishing. Not that, this is something we need to do right now, but might as well. It's not very hard. So if we go to the... Yeah. So this, it's called Hurt Box. The hurt power is going to be 25. 25 is our favorite number in this game. The health basically works in quadrants. Yeah, the health works in quadrants. I just think that... I think what I might do is it doesn't matter what kind of food you eat, cupcake, pie, anything. They're all just worth 25% of your health. I think I might do that. So... Come here. Good, that's punishing. I like it. I might as well just get it working, the stupid health, just so I'm not confused. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to set values based on if it's health or if it's coins, okay? So if is coin, then these value indexes are set, okay? This is such an ugly way to do this. Here's what we'll do. We'll do if is coin, and we're just going to put that in front of all of these value changes. The reason I'm doing it this way is because I like to keep it really consistent. I don't want to have to type in 1 or 25 or 100. Now, obviously, we could use a switch case condition. I don't know if you call it condition, but switch case condition. We could do that, or even better, enums. But I'm not going to do it right now, okay? So we have different kinds of collectibles. Right now, the only kind we have is health, coin, and star, okay? So if I'm a health and my value index is 0, it's going to be 25, okay? And it's going to be true even for pi, but if it's a chicken wing, it's going to be 50. If it's a whoopsie. If it's a chicken wing, the value is going to be 50. It's like, ooh, thank you. And if you find a steak, oh my word, you just filled up your health, right? So that's about all you need to do. So that means that when we go to our health here, random value on start, yes sir. No, we don't want to do that. So we'll just set the value index to 0, okay? So the random valuation occurs when it breaks out of an object. So if I kill an enemy and health emits, it's going to be a random value. So you might get a steak, but more often than not, you're just going to eat cupcakes. And yeah, let's make our health for the player. We're going to set it to 100. Can somebody answer the question? Does Mario 64 start you with 100 health, or do you start with like? I assume it's 100 health. Is that correct? You start with 100 health. So we got to find our health here. Sorry, so many variables that are unorganized right now. I think it's private. It's not private, it's just hidden in inspector. There it is. Yeah, it is private. Yeah, it starts you at 100. Chain of sausages. That's great. I love that. What if you could collect a sausage link, like this bone? You can put it in your mouth and walk around with it. What if you could get like sausage links and that you can sort of drag them around? That'd be funny. That'd be really funny. And you could use it to, like, if you connect to some sort of grapple system and then swing with it. That might be really cool. For another day, of course. We've got a lot to do. All right, so we're at 100 health. Doesn't matter that we collected that. It doesn't do anything to our health, which is totally fine. Now let's get hurt. Uh-oh. Oh, we cannot go over 100 health. We need to clamp the values. So we're going to say, let's go to health. Yeah, update health. All we're going to do is health equals mathf.clamp 0 to 100. The value, which is health, 0 to 100. Okay. So if it goes below, yeah. Yeah, okay, that works. Let's try one more time. Once we get this aspect done, I think I might want to move on to the blinking heart, right? That you get whenever you're at like 25% health. The truth is, though, I believe Mario gives you Not 4 quadrants, but 8. What's 100 divided by 8? You know? I don't even know. Should I know that? Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, it's 25 divided by 2. So it's 14 and a half. What am I saying? No. I don't even know this. What's 25 divided by 2? 12 and a half. So it's basically 12 and a half % slices. I might do that. So yeah, I might do that. We might need to do that. All right. What am I doing? I think I want to do it. Yeah, we're going to do it. I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to do. So if health, it's going to be 12 and a half. And it's going to say, Thomas, you moron, you can't do that. And that's because 25. And then this is going to be 50. Okay. Honestly, we could do it this way. 12 and a half, we could do 25. We could do 50. And then we could do 100. Right? There we go. But that needs to be a float value. So all of this stuff needs to be a float value, which sucks. But that's okay. So let's go to our value needs to be a float. Wherever value is. Where's value? There it is. Value is float. I mean, the truth is, though, we could just do 120. So your max health is, I don't want to do it that way. Your max health would be something like whatever can be divided by 8. I don't know. 8 slices. So it could be 200. Your health could be 200 or whatever. I don't know. Coin values are set based on value index. Health values are set based on value index as well. They are set to 12 and a half, 25, 50, and then 100. All right. Now, we're going to get some issues because the health itself is also an integer, and it really should be a float. And it's going to be float as well. Yep, there we go. There's the issue. So let's make it a float now. Private float. Private float. Max health and regular health are now floats. But I know we have other issues. Let's double check here. Cannot convert float. Yep. Update coins. Coins is also going to be a float. Although we could just say to int. Or could we do it this way? Int value. There we go. Boy, I think we're going to be okay here. Let's double check. So that also means that when we get hurt by an enemy, I think a value of 12 and a half is a reasonable number. Okay, so let's go to our hurt box here. 25 is pretty good actually though, because that means it's pretty punishing, which we definitely want, because the game is pretty easy already. So now what I want to do is actually just go to the heart, and let's create a sort of a series of lines here to create those quadrants and see what it looks like. Because we're trying to get that Mario feel. And, you know, I'm not perfect here, but hopefully you guys understand what we're going for. Can we move it up? Yeah. So we got sort of these heart container pieces. This is a little different than what I usually do for my games. What I do for my games typically is I will do heart slots. So let's see here. Kind of like Zelda, right? This is more like Mario. That kind of looks cool. I really like that. Okay, so let's double check something here. One of the problems we have is the health, the radial. Let's just set it to 100 right now. There we go. So now they're all filled in. I think we could probably squash it down a unit or bring it down a unit. So something like that. The problem is just these subtle lines that suck. So we're going to need to do it again. Okay. So we're going to do nice, pretty lines. And this time we're going to do actual lines. Okay. Thomas, is there a reason you're not making the health 4? What do you mean? No, I decided at the beginning of this project that coins and health are all using a value of 100. Okay, so basically 100%. So coins are 100. You collect 100 coins, you get a new heart piece. And then also health is divided into hundreds as well. So it's just something I decided at the beginning of the project. It doesn't mean that it's the right way to do things or anything like that. It just means that's what we decided at the beginning of the project. So I'm not really going to deviate from it because that's where my head is. The rules I've set for myself, they're sort of set in stone at this point when it comes to health. I might change it, obviously, but I'm good for now. That kind of looks cool. Looks like almost like a logo. Let's see if it hurts me. Nope. I see. It needs to be perfectly centered. Okay. Got it. Got it. So we're just going to keep nudging it up until it looks right. Close. One more. Yeah. Let's go to full screen mode and take a look. Yeah. That hurt. Okay, so that one didn't work as well. I wonder why. It's a perfect 45-degree angle. Let's get hurt again. Son of a bee. Okay, what's happening here? What? Let's double check. Let's throw around some cupcakes. So that we can collect them and see what happens. So, boy, we got to do this one more time. Basically, we want to center it up perfectly, and that should, the theory is, crap. Delete this. Okay. So if I copy this over, what am I doing? Copy, paste. Okay. If we center up the heart and the lines, those are all divided properly. So I'm confused. Let's divide 100 divided by 6. Come on. Equals. Just give me the freaking calculator. 100 divided by 6 is 16.6. So I was wrong with the 12.5? Am I? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 16. It's 100 divided by 8. What am I doing? It's 12.5. So why am I getting weird? I don't know. We'll try again. Things you don't think about when you're thinking about your game. It's like, what? Why am I getting weird? I think I know what's going on. I got it. I figured it out. It has to do with the center point of the heart. Okay? So the center point, I believe, we'll knock on wood here, the center point isn't perfect. We need to center that bad boy up. That's the theory. Anyway, let's just do it manually here and see what we get. All right, so 1 minus 12.5, 100 minus 12.5 is what? I don't even know. 87.5. So it's 0.875. Okay. So already you can see it's not perfect. See, look. Isn't that strange though, you know? I couldn't tell you why. No idea why. I feel like I just need to set this to native size. Nope, that doesn't do it. Isn't that weird? I don't know. I have no idea. Bring it down here and hit apply and see what we get. Nope. I don't even think the setter point matters. Fill origin. Bottom. No, it's not that. Man, I don't know. But if we keep subtracting, that should be minus 25, so that should be 0.75. Okay. So that's even still, that's a problem. Okay. Horizontal scale on the radial. Yeah, I don't know. We could do 0.25, see what we get. 0.25 doesn't look bad. I'm going to turn off that drop shadow. It's confusing me. 0.5. 0.5 looks good. 0.75 doesn't look good. So let's do this then. Let's just move down that just by one. Save it. Take a look. One more. Save it. Take a look. Whoa! Hate when that happens. Man, frustrating. Whoa. I have no idea what happened, but okay. Let's knock it down one more. Up. There we go. Okay. So, you know, that works. Let's go manually here. 0.5. Let's try 0.5. Looks good. 0.25. Looks good. Now let's do 0.12.5. Interesting. Couldn't tell you, honestly. No idea. But what we're going to do is we're going to do it manually, unfortunately. So I know these are perfect, so I'm not going to mess with them. Okay. Let's go to over here, and we're just going to cut. I know this is a really unmathematical way of doing this, but if it works, it works. I don't. All of our values are clean. We're using very consistent proportions, so I don't really know what's going on. It might just have to do with pixel error. I don't know. So there's that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to actually just draw each individual line and get a perfect. So if I do 45 degrees, we're going to scale it up here. Let me just rasterize this really quick. What I want to make sure is I get the right size of the line here. Ooh, I think I know what's going on. It's not perfectly vertical. Interesting. So the heart needs to be squashed down a little bit. Okay. So it's nice and smack dab in center. Man, I didn't think it was going to be this complicated. Okay, let's copy this over into our mask here. Whoops. Copy, delete, paste. There it is. Save it. Okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. So what we're going to do here is flip that. Oh boy, I'm being an idiot. Edit, transform, flip horizontal. Bring it back over here. Zoom in. Copy. Now, obviously, you could just do pieces of the heart, right? I kind of want it to be more robust than that. So we'll see. What I'm saying is you could have like 6 or like 10 pieces of a sprite that just fills up. Okay, I see. So we just need to rotate it. Here's what we're going to do. All right, guys. We can do 45 degrees and then just rotate it a little bit, center it up, and if we just hit save here, we can watch it. Keep going. Almost. So close. Okay. So what we're going to do here is let's just get the size right. I think at 4. Yep. And flip it. Transform. Flip horizontal. Center it up. Let's test this one as well. I have a feeling this isn't going to work, but whatever. 0.5, good. What's 0.5 minus... I'm so bad at math, guys. 0.5 plus 0.125. So 0.625. Let's take a look. Hey, okay. Sweet. Okay, it's going to work. I'm going to merge these shapes together, rasterize them, and then just hide the original files just in case we want to edit them. And I believe that'll do, donkey. That'll do. Good. Okay, guys, let's take a look. Good. That feels great. I feel like it should like flash white or something when you get hurt. You know? What do you guys think? Like a little flashing white. Let's go to health hurt here. And I'm going to have it really flash. Like go nuts. Oh, crap. So just go flash white. Flash white. Yeah, this will be red. And then back. Right? And one more. Let's take a look. That feels great. I think it needs to last longer. So health hurt. We have the health animation here. Bring these over. So we're sort of getting a subtle slowing down of the flash. And then I think what we could probably do here is keep it wiggling just a little bit, right? So something like this, up. So it's boing, 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 and then to 1. So I see. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, so this needs to be much higher than 1. There we go. That needs to be, I don't know what that is, why it's doing that. Here, let's try this. So that's 1.2 and then 0.7. Squash is in this direction. Yeah, that needs to be back to 1. So we're just slowly going back to 1, guys. So that needs to be basically just 1 here. There we go. Let's try that. Okay, let's take a look. Game Dev just asked, is anybody else old here? What's old? What Game Dev guy, what is the minimum value to determine if you are old? If age is greater than or equal to what? Old equals true. That felt great. For some reason, it doesn't feel right. Collecting health should feel much better than that, and it doesn't. I feel like it should be maybe on a delay. Like you get it, and then it goes, you know? That delay is going to cause some problems, though, because, yeah, we want it to be instant. Let's see here. Okay, I think it's fine for now. It's not my favorite thing. +40. Yeah. I'm getting there. I'm 9 years away. It's going to be fun. I hope that by the time I'm 40, I don't care about anything. That's the goal, is to not care. All right, sound? But yeah, you might be right. Is it as simple as the sound? Let's take a look. It might be. Bring! Maybe it needs a white flash. It could be that we just need a white flash and then a sound. You guys want to try it out? Let's take it up a notch and take a look. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. What am I saying? I haven't been able to communicate very well today. Yeah, let's do just a white flash. Okay. So let's create a new one and call it white flash. Very subtle though. Very subtle. Don't stress. It's going to be very, 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 very subtle. Very, very subtle. It'll be white. Very low opacity here. Whoopsie. Very low opacity. Nothing crazy. Just like the most subtlest of collections. Okay. Just to give you that feedback. Take a look here and see. All right. So just bring it right back. After we're done with an exit time of 1 and a transition time of 0.25, that's fine. Let's make these nice and even. And we don't want it to loop, right? Now we can actually just tell it to do it. It's really that simple. So we're going to go to update health and right here. White fade, white flash. That should do it. It's just flash. Jeff McLeod says I'm 49. Oh, Jeff. That's right. You were getting old shamed 2 days ago, weren't you? Didn't you get in an argument with one of my subscribers? which honestly I enjoyed. I just watched you guys fight about being old. Did that ruin your day? This is just called Flash. Yeah, Savitar. Update health. That's right. That's what happens whenever I've got cap locks on. Oh, man. Abdul, you were the one who was old shaming. That's right. Oh my goodness. I just realized. There's like a box breakable. Yeah, we got to work on that box break. Sorry, I'm talking to myself here. What was I doing? Oh, collected coins or health. Does it flash? It does. Dude, what if when you collect health, you throw up and you lose health? What if health became something bad? That sounds like a fun idea. What am I doing? Let's see here. Let's get hurt. And then see if there's a cupcake available. There's a cupcake. That felt good. Yeah, I think we need to go find some sounds, okay? Let's find the most Legend of Zelda sound you've ever heard in your entire life, okay, guys? So we're going to go to Art List. Let's find the most Legend of Zelda sound you have ever heard. Abdul is a man of manipulating his phrases to make them sound positive. When I know that you were nope, you were old shaming Jeff McLeod yesterday. I'm just kidding. You know I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you. All right, let's go to game sound. We can actually look at what we've downloaded here. There it is, Island Game. This was great. Okay, so the Island Game from Knee Sound Pack, so good. So let's see here. There it is, Island Game. Oh, the sounds. George, no. It's okay. It's okay. Quiet down, boy. Those are great sounds. I'll turn it up for you guys. So we're looking for hearts. Ooh, that one's kind of good. I kind of like that one. Let's download it just to be safe. You never know when you're going to need it. That's a great sound. What would we use that sound for? What could we use that sound for? Let's hear it one more time. Starting the game. Let's just add it really quick. That's a great sound. These kind of sounds I don't try and replicate, okay? I'm good at making like organic, weird sounds, but when it comes to classic Nintendo games, not so much. All right. So white fade away, play sound, and it's the swoosh sound. Okay, let's double check here. There's something going on here. Name field. It does, I thought it played a sound, but it doesn't play a sound. So let's do this. Let's have it play a sound. And it's going to play that sound. So let's make sure we go to our downloads folder. Island Game Chimes. I'm just going to call this Start Game Chimes. We're going to put that in our sounds folder. Boom, 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 boom. Did it paste? It did not. Start Game Chimes. There we go. All right, let's just put it in there. Might as well just put it here. Play sound. And start game. This is great. Let's take a look. So it's gonna feel like
choose your good boy.
No, so that it played on the wrong part here. It's right there. Delete. I see. We were looking at the wrong one. Start game chimes. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. So let's take a look.
Choose your good boy. Good.
What? Okay, hold on. Fade to white. Swoosh. Good choice. Load scene. Okay, so it needs to be right here. Sorry, guys. I'm actually going to paste it. There we go. I see what's happening here. Turn that off. Or delete that. And now let's take a look.
Choose your good boy.
Jerry.
Good.
What the? It's a wait. Okay. Also, okay, I know that's gonna work. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, that's my voice.
Choose your good boy. Good choice.
Oh, this game is made for Nintendo. I'm telling you what, guys, I'm gonna sell this to Nintendo. Artlist to, or not Artlist, art test. To what I'm gonna do is I just loved that sound so much. I don't want to miss this opportunity to go to the bone star, the golden bone here, and I want to change the sound for getting it. Where is it? When you collect it, it should play that sound. Oh, it might be in my player. I told you guys, no matter how hard you try to keep things clean. There it is, pick up star sound. So that's actually going to be start game chime. I'm going to actually rename it to just star chime. Okay. So we got that out of the way. Now let's go back to what the original intention here was. What was it? By the way, if you haven't downloaded my free 2D game kit, go ahead and download that below. It's my treat to you. You can use this game kit to make a game however you want, whenever you want. Make $1 million off the game kit. I really don't care. It's my treat to you. I use the same game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in just 14 days. If 2D game development is not really your thing, you can check out my 3D course below. It's my free 3D course, totally free. Just sign up below. You can go at your own pace, take the course whenever you want, learn how to make 3D games. Cool. That sounds great. Oh. These are like Animal Crossing. That's basically what this is. Oh my word. I gotta download that too. There's so many memories I'm feeling. Oh. These sounds are perfect. This is gonna be called this is the star get sound. For sure. I don't even need to edit it. What am I doing? Oh, let's go to the pug game. So there's the start game sound. That one worked, but the star get sound is going to be a little bit different. Okay, so let's save it. Uh-oh. Yes. And now we can go back to the star. What am I saying? Bone. I call them stars, but they're really bones. And yeah, it's in the player controller actually. So instead of using the star chime, that's more of a start game. So that's start game. This is star get. I like that a lot. Very good. All right. Anyways, there's just so many good sounds here. I'm telling you, this is Animal Crossing. That's a good sound for the gems. So let's call this coins collect. Coins burst. Let's try that. I'm going to put that in my... Sorry, I'm basically completely derailing what I was doing earlier. It's just these sounds are so good and I don't want to forget. So when you break a crate and there's a spawner here, I'm going to go ahead and play a sound from the player. Man, but what if it's not coins? I could do if spawn objects and I equals 0. Man, I just know for a fact that I like that sound. So I'm going to make it work. What we're going to do is player.instance.audio source.play one shot. And it's going to be burst sound. Burst coins sound. Okay? The reason we're doing this is because I'm going to forget to do this. What we're doing here is we're basically making a really fun bursting sound when coins come out of a box, okay? Don't underestimate, we've talked about this before, don't underestimate the value of really tightening up your core for the game. Collecting coins, player movement, bouncing, jumping, enemies. Tighten that core. Don't over-tighten it, but tighten up that core. I used to say, build the IKEA furniture, don't tighten everything. You tighten it later. But now I'm realizing it's not really a piece of furniture we're making. We're making a foundation or a canvas. You want that canvas to be perfect before you start painting. And that includes putting little bursting sounds here. Okay, so let's go to our player here. The player stores a ton of stuff. The player stores a ton of sounds as well. Did I really not add? I just added you. There it is. Coins bust. All right, let's take a look. What? Okay. Okay, it needs to be faster. It's too loud too. So the first thing we want to do, Harry, is go to coins burst. We're going to open this up inside of Audacity, and we're going to probably make it a little bit more frequent. So what I want to do is delete this, take this, tracks, add new, paste it, and then I'm going to change the speed a little bit, or I can change the speed. Pretty slow, and then just make it really quiet though. Tracks, mix and render. And then decrease the volume here, increase the volume here. Tracks, mix and render. And then we're good. -12, -6 decibels is what we're aiming for. Export as wave, and same thing. Coins burst is what the name of this file is. Coins burst. It's a wave file. Why do we use wave files? Because they're generally uncompressed compared to MP3s. You can compress them later in Unity. Okay, now we need to go to the spawner. And I don't want to be so loud, so 0.5. Just a very subtle. I am so derailed today. Let's get back on track though, which is what? I don't even remember. We were working on something. We need a pop sound. So that's a little too loud. 0.2 F, 2.5 F. Let's see if there's something available here that's a pop. That's fun, honestly. But let's see if there's any other sounds he's got. This guy is good. Tiny monster.
What are the goo? Yeah.
Oh man, this is great. Universal logo, soft UI. So what were we looking for? We were looking for... I can't even remember. Does anybody remember what we were working on before I got derailed here? Oh, collecting health. Collecting health. That sounded great, honestly. We're close. These are... That's a pretty good sound for a heart, honestly. I could even put a delay on it. So we could do health, collect. Wait. Do I already have a health collect sound? Let's take a look. Where is it? I think I don't. No, I do. Ugh, I don't like that at all. So let's just save over it and see what we get. So we're going to play 2 health sounds. We're going to play a munch sound, and then we're going to play that health sound. Now here's the cool thing is we already have a script for delayed sounds playing. So I'm going to go to player controller here, and if you take a look here, it's health. We have health sounds, I believe. Sounds, let's type in just capital S, sounds. Eat sounds. There's eat sounds, and then there also needs to be health sounds. Or just health sound, honestly. Whoops. Okay. So wherever the eat sounds are playing, we need to play, and that's going to be on the collectible. Yeah, there we go. So if is health, play all these sounds. There's a burp sound that plays. There's an eat sound that plays. And then there's also going to be, watch this, player.instance play one shot delayed, player.instance. And what are we doing? The health sound. And the delay amount is going to be something like 0.3. So it's going to be munch, bloop, and then burp. So kind of a lot going on, honestly. But let's take a look and see how it feels. Something's going on. What? Okay, I don't think we have that sound set up. Yeah, we don't. So let's drag it in. I always forget to do that. Health collect. All right, let's try it. Chris Stupus says, Thomas, stop burping. It's disgusting. Yes, sir. That feels great. Okay, so that needs to be much louder. And I don't think it needs a delay. I don't think it needs a delay. Okay. Why? Oh. Let's do 1.5. Nice and loud. Oh, Christopher said he was kidding. Okay. Somebody told me yesterday in the comments of one of my videos that I needed to be a better parent. My kid was crying yesterday and I just muted the mic. My wife was putting my kids down to bed. And my kids were freaking out. And so I texted her and I said, hey, just FYI, I'm live streaming. And then I just muted the mic. And somebody told me, you're a bad parent. A good parent would Oh! That sounds great. What am I saying? A good parent would go and comfort their children. Okay. Most parents would not say that. If I comforted my kids every time they cried, I would be holding them at all times. Essentially. Okay, let's hear the sound. Ready? That feels great. Okay. It's pronounced Christupus. Well, that's what I thought I was saying. But thank you for the help. Okay, so that sounds great. Health sounds great. Minus well. I had a friend who used to say minus well instead of might as well. Might as well. Let's see here. I don't want to get too bogged down with sound, despite the fact that I'm very, very interested in the tracks that I'm hearing from this guy. Look at that. Great sounds. Retro gaming elements. I'm just so interested in this guy's sounds. Oh my word. Oh. We gotta put that somewhere. Where do we put it? Transition. Nostalgia. I'm sorry. There's so much nostalgia with that one sound. Where do I put it though? It sounds like a pause element maybe? That's definitely a pause sound. Ugh. This is the ultimate sound pack. Ugh. The sounds. There's just a Nintendo sound that is being captured here, and I've never been able to do it. What else we got here? Witchcraft, JRPG voices, melodic transitions. Are you kidding me? Sorry, I'm thinking about when you get the star, a song should play. These aren't as good. Heartwarming transitions. You better warm my heart. Don't overpromise. Yes. Oh boy. I'm in trouble. There's a lot of good sounds here. Level, complete, song. 2? Actually, I'm going to put that in my downloads. I'm going to take a look at what my level complete sounds already are, but that was pretty good. But we'll save that. Wow. Save that. A lot of good things here. Okay, so that song, it's called Transition Song, Level Complete Song is this. Nope. Okay, so that's nothing. So I'm going to delete that. And let's go ahead and bring over, which one do we like? We've got 2 songs here. Heartwarming transitions, pizzicato strings. We're going to choose the one that feels the most Nintendo. No. Or this one. It kind of feels more like Zelda, but this one's kind of... That feels like a mobile game. Let's save it out. And we're going to call it Level Complete Song. So there's a level complete song, and then there's also a level transition sound. And it happens during the fade, I believe. So when we fade out, yeah, it plays level transition sound and then load scene. So I believe we could probably do one here as well. Let's just test it out. I know I'm getting distracted here, but when you find sounds that are awesome, you should probably try them out. Sound is everything. All right, let's take a look. Hi, Josh. That's okay. That feels great. All right, guys. Next step is to double check my Discord, make sure my team is happy. I think we're okay. Okay. Team is happy. Everything's good. Anyways, the next thing we want to do here is a whoop whoop, whoop whoop, whoop whoop when you're hurt. So let's go ahead and make that happen. So what we want to do here is we want to create a new parameter. And the parameter is going to be called warning int. Now the warning integer, if it's 0, we're fine. We go back to idle, okay? It's not a Boolean. Actually, I think we want to do a float. The warning integer, if it's 0, if it's greater than 0, if it's less than 1, go back to this state, the idle state, right? And we'll set this warning integer. So basically, if your health is smaller than, if your health is smaller than or equal to 25, then it's going to be set to 1. If it's smaller than or equal to 12.5, it's going to be set to 2. And then we're going to multiply the warning integer times the value, the speed of the heart beating. So let's create the heartbeat. I know it sounds weird. Let me try and explain here. So let's do UI health warning. Going to be stored in our animations. I want to know, guys, why do you guys watch me? Isn't this kind of boring? Let me know why you watch my channel. Genuinely curious. Because I think it's kind of boring what I do. All right. Which I think it probably is. It's not like we have thousands of viewers. What am I doing? UI health warning. Save. So what this means is, let's go to the idle state. Paste it. And we're just going to have this happening a lot. Something like this. Bum bum, bum bum, bum bum, bum bum. And we're going to make it flash like black. Something like that. Why is it doing that? Put that there. That there. That there. Okay, what are our answers? It's almost like I visualize myself doing what you're doing in some weeks. Haha. So I help keep you motivated. That's fun. That feels like a pretty dire blink. I like that. Astro says you stay for the burping. Okay. You know, whatever gets you excited, you know. All right, so this needs to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to do 1.1.2, 1.2, and 1.2. So this is like a big old warning. So you better watch it. You're about to die. Wah, 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 wah. Good. Okay, now the next thing is we need a int that influences this. Okay, this is interesting. Watch this. This isn't called warning. It's going to be called warning float. Okay, if warning float is less than 1, then go back to idle. If it's not, go to the warning. If it's greater than 1, then go to warning. If it's not, go back to idle. If warning float is greater or what? Oh, less than 1, yeah. Then no exit time, go right back to idle health. There's no exit time. Well, Yeah. Health hurt. Yeah, we'll wait for that to exit, and then we'll go to warning. So full exit time of 1, plays the hurt animation, goes right back to the warning with a transition duration of 0.25. Health idle, yes, wait for that, good. If we're at idle and then we want to go to warning, we can do that. There is no exit time. Transition duration is fine, but you want to say if warning float is greater than 1, go to there. Good. So that should work, guys. Yeah, we don't even need this, because this is going to go right back to idle and then start warning us. Oh my word. Do you just not stop? What are you? Get out. Holy son of a... Okay. The next thing is we want a warning sound to play, but before we do that, let's actually have a multiplier, and the multiplier is the warning float. Okay, so what's 1 times the 1? 1 times 1 is 1, right? So 1 times the standard speed of an animator is 1, but if we set it to 2, it's going to go twice as fast. All right, which we can all set that in the player here. Okay. So this is on update health. So right here, we're going to say set the health animator to warn the player. Okay? So if health is smaller than or equal to 25, then health animator... Oopsie. Look, health animator dot set. What are we doing? We're setting a float. We're going to set it to 1. We're going to set the what is it called? Warning float. We're going to set that to what? 1, right? Otherwise, else, if. But we really need to do and it's greater than 12.5. Right? If health is smaller than or equal to 12.5, then we're going to do the warning float is a value of 2. And this occurs when health is updated. So you collect health or you lose health. It's going to do all the calculations up here. And then it's going to say, okay, are we going to set the warning floats? Otherwise, we really should have if health is greater than 25, then there's no warning. We're fine. Else if. See? I should probably do this. There we go. All right, guys. And then we're just going to set it to 0. You ready to check it out? Let's take a look here. Boom, bum, 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 bum. That's a great sound. Okay, let's get hurt. Okay, so it's not working. So, let's look at see what the variables are. Son of a... So I'm stuck. Let's see here. Oh, it's this. That is got some dependency, which is not good. So let's just have it go right back. We don't need a condition there. And you know what? This health icon is driving me nuts. You notice that it's going the wrong direction. So it really should Yeah, it's going the wrong way. Counterclockwise. There we go. So it starts here and it goes down. Yeah. So once it hits here, it should start flashing that warning. All right, let's try again. Good. Wait, it's not working. Let's watch the animator. When in doubt, watch the animator, all right? To figure out what the heck is going on. So we'll zoom out here and hit play one more time, guys, and look at the animator. You'll see what's happening. Okay, warning float is set to 1. So for some reason it's not going there. Ah, greater than 1. Why don't you have... Oh, let's just do greater than 0. Okay, okay. We should be good. Let's hit play. Good, there we go. All right, so to test this out though, and that worked by the way, did you notice it was going faster? To test this out, we gotta make sure that the enemies aren't hurting us at quarters, they're hurting us at eighths, all right? So that means that if we go to the actual enemy itself here, double click on it, beetles will give us a hurt of, let's go to their hurt box here, a hurt of 12.5. Hurt power needs to be afloat. Son of a bee. Hurt power should be afloat. Yeah. Let's take a look here and see if we got some issues here between integers and floats. There we go. 12.5. See? So what this, let's just double check if you guys don't mind. One more time here. I'll turn down the audio so it's not so annoying. And let's get hurt. So we're gonna get hurt in eighths now. See? Good. All right, so it should start right now. It's gonna start the beeping. Boop, boop. We'll find a sound for it in a sec. So if I get hit one more time, it's faster. Look at that. Guys, this is what it means to be a professional game dev. What we just achieved is one of the more brilliant and fastest game development scenarios I've ever seen in my life. Do you agree? I think you should. That was amazing. Let's find some hurt sounds. Okay. Emotional loops. I gotta listen to this. Timeless logos. Sorry, guys. Let's go to Island Game and see if there's a warning sound. That one kind of works. Kind of like that. Let's download that. Katahara says that is not impressive, Thomas. You are not impressive at all. Heart, I'm just kidding. Heart warning. Okay? We're going to download this though and open it up because we need to cut some pieces of it. And I may yeah, I'm going to take this heart sound here. And we're going to take this and just these three. I think it's just going to be these two. I'm curious what would happen if we did a double pitch. I'll turn it up for you guys, sorry. Add and drop down the pitch. Thomas, do you think I can learn pixel art if I'm not talented? This is going to be, maybe some of you disagree with me, but I think pixel art is one of those things that it's more of an architectural skill. It's more like a design, graphic design type skill. It's about cleanliness. It's about smooth, or not smooth, but understanding form and minimizing the amount of lines you use in a lot of ways. So I think it's probably best for people who aren't super talented. I'm gonna just try this and we'll see what happens. That's pretty good sound. It's odd though that it's off balance actually. So let's fix the balance of it with the pan. And then turn it up. I think this is a decent sound. You don't want it to be too annoying. But I don't know if it's dangerous enough sounding. So this is gonna be heart or health warning. Ding. Warning ding. And all we got to do, this is so fun. All you got to do is go to your health here. Add a animator functions script. And I don't really think we need an audio source. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say if audio source is not specified, audio source equals player.instance.audiosource. Okay. I don't see the problem. Do you? Honestly, yeah, I think pixel art is easier to learn. It doesn't mean it's easy. I just think it's easier for people who aren't traditional artists. It's mathematical, honestly. It's like the best thing I could think of is like it's like logo design. Okay, so there's idle health. Then we're going to go to warning here, and it's going to play that warning sound right there. Boing! Right there. We're going to go to play sound, and we're just going to choose a sound. Health, warning, ding. And let's specify something here really quick. We need to specify who is the animator. Drag that in. There we go. Let's hit play. Why? Why am I hearing all those sounds? Oh! It's because it's getting set. If audio source is false. There we go. If there's no audio source. Okay, I was like, whoa. Are these assets painted by hand? They're modeled by hand. A lot of the texturing is like illustrated by Felipe, and then I went in and did some tweaks. But Felipe's doing a lot of the models. All the models. Let's get hurt. There really needs to be some knockback, so we're gonna work on that. Oops. I like it. All right, that feels great. I think we just need to delay it a little bit, or move it. What am I trying to say? Back a little bit. So over here. I think it's a fine sound. You know, when you hear something on repeat like that, it suddenly turns into from a happy sound to like, wait, what's going on sound. Let's get hurt one more time. All right, let's handle death now. Okay. I know we already have a die function, so I might just use that. I believe we do. Okay, let's go to load level, or white fade animator. Basically, let's see here. Transform.position.y. Basically, I'm looking for when the player falls. There it is, fall death. We're going to create a new function called die. Just let me write one, even if it doesn't exist. Public void die. Here we go. Die. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're just going to reset the player's position for now. Death sounds great. Health is going to be... actually, we're going to do update health. Yep. And then we also need to just set it to health equals 100. So there's this whole die set of functions here, variables. I think that'll do, Donkey, honestly. So let's take a look. Thomas, I like to watch you because you progress with your games very fast, and I'm amazed how much can be done in one day. Really? You think I'm fast? I think I'm slow, but thank you. Thomas, your vertical slice is about 3 weeks to 1 month work, right? It depends on where I am emotionally. When I was working on Father, that vertical slice took forever because I was like feeling insecure about it, and I was just working on other things at the same time. I've been super obsessed with this game. I can't stop working on it. So this one's gonna take me a lot quicker. Oh, I know. Let's go to update health here. There we go. So right away we're going to say if health is smaller than or equal to 0, it's never going to be 0 because we're just clamping it. So if it equals 0, then die, you mother effer. All right, that should do it, guys. We just created a death sequence. Now, obviously, death should be a little bit more punishing. You know, you should have a really sad song play, fade out, maybe show the doggy laying there with like bandages. But overall, you know, I think for now, I'm okay with this. So that's why we definitely need a knockback. Because it's so, Felipe mentioned this yesterday. He was like, when you get knocked up, it's just like you immediately start hurting the enemy. And it's so easy to kill them. So it really should knock you back. Good. All right, guys. That was really fun. I think the one thing I wanted to do before we end our day. Thomas, do you make the UI yourself? Yes, UI is, I believe, my specialty. I really like UI. I love working on UI. In fact, you know, I want to go to this little guy here and just do something really quick. I really wanted to get this thing looking shiny. 'Cause I'm so shiny. Isn't that song from, what's it called? Moana? Set it to overlay. And flip it. Do it like this as well. There we go. And then just convert it to a small object. Drop it down and then do something like this. I really wanted to do this. Sorry, guys. I'm all over the place today. Oh, I don't think it's that. I think it's yeah. We need to do something like this. What am I doing? Is it this? How does he have it? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something like that. Whatever. Let's just save it. I got lost already. It looks better though. I kind of don't want to drop shadow though. Or we could put the coin text on the inside. Zero it out with a anchor set to 0. Why is it doing that? There we go. Y position of 0. There we go. I think if we scale this up to like 200 by 200, or maybe even 300 by 300, then you could put that coin text on the center of it. I don't know. Maybe it'll look dumb, but I don't know. It's not my, I don't hate it that much. Maybe make it like a bluish color. It's good for now. And then what you do is you remove that drop shadow. It looks like trash. What can you do though? I want to see how it feels collecting coins. Makes it look horrible. Why did I do that? Just the worst thing I've ever seen. So let's just pretend that didn't happen. Coins, they need to be a lot more rewarding to collect as well. But right now, what were we doing? Let's turn off that drop shadow. It's driving me nuts. What were we doing? Oh, knockback. Sucks because for some reason the player will not knock back when you get hurt. So let's go to our enemies here and let's take a look at this hurt box. It's really frustrating. Player hurt. Okay. So let's and show knockback is set to true by default. Okay. Let's take a look here. Knockback by a velocity of X and a velocity of Z. Man, that sucks. I don't know what this function even does. Yeah, this is where it's going to get really boring, guys. I don't know what this is. Rigid body dot velocity equals negative velocity times bounce multiplier. I have no idea if that's going to do anything. I mean, I'm going to mute it, guys, because I'm going to be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This is one of those functions that I wrote that's a little complicated, and I don't even know how it works anymore. Oh, that sucks. Knock me back. Stupid. Ugh. Okay. This is hard. Basically, he needs to move. Remove this pound effect. I'm going to remove this stop dash. I think stop dash is fine. Maybe not. I'm just going to launch him. So it's going to be whatever our forward direction is for our dog. Okay? So it's going to be something like dog animator dot transform dot forward, but it's going to be negative. Okay? And we're going to just multiply it times like 30 or even 300. I just want to see if that works. Basically what this should do is it should just push the player back, but we should also launch the player rb.velocity. Actually, here's what we'll do. Equals new vector 3. I want to be pretty consistent. Man, how do you get a transform value? Yeah, okay. So what we would do is we do something like this. Vector 3 forward direction. Actually, backward force. Sorry, I'm just thinking here. It would be something like negative dog, or just let's just do it. Dog animator dot transform dot forward. Okay, so we've got our forward now, and then something like negative. I'm just gonna do negative. Okay, dog forward. Why? Ouch. Dog forward dot x, and then a y value of like 100. Dog forward dot z. That's the theory, my friends. That's the theory. So we'll see. I don't really want it to be based on the dog's speed. I want it to be based on the dog's forward rotation. So, yeah, we'll see. Okay. Close, but no cigar. We're getting there. Okay, that's good news. We'll do 15. We're going to multiply this times 10. Okay. So the z and the x will be multiplied. So we're just basically getting a negative value here. This might do it. Honestly. Let's take a look. Ugh. Okay, I think it needs to go up a little bit. So we're going to do 60. I'm so close. That's a lot of knockback height. Yeah, that was pretty high. Okay, so for some reason, I think I got it here. He really should get thrown like crazy. I'm going to do times 100. We're just going to see if it works. What I like to do is start with really high numbers just to see if it's working and then bring it back down. I'm worried that there's an issue with the angular drag, or I'm sorry, the drag of the rigid body entirely. So we'll see here. Yeah, he's not getting thrown. And I think it has to do with the player's drag. So if we go to the rigid body here, the drag shouldn't be 0. Or I'm sorry, the drag should be, right now it's set to 30, pretty high, so that he doesn't actually roll down hills. So let's see here. When we get hit, it's set to 0. So what's the problem? Oh. I think I got it. It has something to do with, yeah, okay. I know. It has something to do with that knockback. How do we do this? Let me try something. Whoa. Okay. So that is doing it. Because we're dashing. Okay. I think I got it. It's kind of confusing. So basically when we're dashing, I see. We have a yield for dash time. Give me just a sec, guys. I kind of have to think here. Okay. Shoot. I'm going to copy all this really quick and go back in time. Okay. So when you hit a wall, the knockback is awesome. The reason why is because the player is currently dashing, meaning they're able to, their rigid body is able to be influenced. Most of the time, though, you can't influence the rigid body. Look at that. That didn't even launch me back. It needs to launch me back. Ugh. Okay, we're close. So let's try this. I'm going to remove this. Let's try that. So all we want to do is remove this variable, and instead we're going to be setting it, okay? Man, this is the one aspect of the game that I'm a little confused about. Good. Okay, so that knocked me back. That's not knocking me back. Okay, what is it? There's something going on here. I think I've got it. Essentially what's happening is the velocity is lerping to 0 for some reason. And that is occurring. We're going to find that actual function. The lerp is occurring somewhere up here. Air control. I see. I see you. So this air control, which, by the way, this is great. You know, we want air control for sure. But we don't want air control while we're in the midst of slamming our head against a wall or getting hurt, right? And we have, let's take a look here. Good, okay. So if I jump, I really don't have any smooth, okay, good. Basically what's happening is the velocity is not lerping back to 0. There's very little air control. I'm kind of a free spirit right now. So if I hit shift, there we go. Hello. Very good. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to basically look for that hurt timer. Okay, so if the hurt timer is smaller than hurt timer max, then we don't have air control. Okay? Otherwise, air control happens. Got it? Got it. We can try it. I mean, I want to see how this works with the actual hurt. Because there's a hurt timer, and basically if it's lower than the hurt timer max, you just got hurt. And you're also invincible. So we'll see. Okay, so let's try this. Son of a... We're close, guys. So that hurt timer, let's look at what's going on here. find it. I don't know where it is. I need to do a big cleanup here in a bit. Hurt timer. It's private, so and the max is 2. So let's serialize it so we can watch it. So basically what we're doing here is we're saying, okay, if the hurt timer is smaller than the max, it means that you were hurt, right? So that also means the air control multiplier should be 1. I think I got it. I want to try something really quick. What happens when my air controller is set to 1? What do I get? I think it's the same functionality we were just looking at, which is you're flying through the air. There's no lerping to 0. There's no like tight controls in the air. You're just flying like you were launched. Yep. Okay, so if I like launch in this direction, yep, that's great. Okay. So what this means, guys, is we're gonna say air control multiplier equals 1. Good. So if we're hurting at all, you don't. That doesn't really work though, does it? Here's what we'll do. This doesn't need to be linked to that. Okay. Air control. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Air control multiplier equals 2 if also the hurt timer is smaller than the hurt timer max, or is greater than or equal to. So we have this air control occurring, but if our hurt timer let's see here what's going on. My brain hurts. Yeah. We still want air control when we're hurt. You know what I mean? We still want air control when we're hurt. So what am I doing? No, we don't. If we're hurt, you're going to fly back all the time. One, two, knock back. Okay, we can try that. Else. All right, let's try it. Let's hit play again. Okay, here we go. I think that worked. Let's take a look at the air control timer. Well, let's actually double check something here. Nope. Okay, so it's not working. There's a reason why, and I don't know what it is. And hurt timer is greater than or equal to the hurt timer max. So let's go find the hurt timer max. Where is that variable? Okay. It's inside the player sounds. Let's see here. Why can't I see it? There's so many variables right now. There it is. Okay. So let's take a look. All right, hurt timer max is set to 2. Hurt timer set to 2. So if I get hurt, it should go lower than. And I shouldn't have air control, but I do. Why is that? All right, let's put the air control multiplier right next to it and see what the value looks like. Okay, so we're just gonna move it right underneath the I'm losing steam, that's for sure. What am I looking for? timer. Hurt timer. There it is. Okay, so let's watch the air control multiplier. It should set to 1 if we get hurt. If we're not hurting, if that timer is maximized, it should go back to 0 or 2. Maybe even 0. You might be right. It might be 0. Okay, there it is. Hurt timer max, air control multiplier is set to 1. Now it's 2. So let's watch. It's set to 2 for some reason. So for some reason, it's getting set to 2. How strange. Air control multiplier. My brain is completely fried. What? We're getting close, guys. Why is it getting set to 2? Hurt timer is greater than or equal to hurt timer max. Hurt timer. So what am I trying to say here? I'm going to remove this and see if it's getting set somewhere else. No, every condition is not true. Hurt timer is smaller than hurt timer max. That's what's confusing me. Hurt timer is set to, we'll see. Oh, you're right. Why is that happening? Hurt timer should be getting set to 0. How strange. Hurt timer. Huh. So hurt timer for some reason doesn't get set to 0. Isn't that strange? Ha! Wow, I didn't realize that. Hurt timer should get set to 0. Okay. Whatever. Here we go. There we go. Oh, finally. Thank you, Lord. Whee! Which also means, here's my theory. What we want to do here is the hurt timer should get set to 0 after you pound something. I don't see anything wrong with that. So for example, pound effect or knockback. Like if knockback occurs, I think I want to automatically set hurt timer to 0. What that means is you're going to be invincible after you slam into something. So if you like slam into a box, you'll be invincible for 2 seconds. I think that's okay, honestly. I'm going to put it right here though. Okay. So this knockback function, by the way, and obviously you go way too high, and we'll do like 50. Yeah. Okay, let's try that. So basically getting hurt by something and also hitting a wall during a dash is basically the same thing. It's just when you hit a wall, you're not going to get hurt, but you're still going to set that invincibility timer to 0. There we go. So I'm not getting hurt for some reason. Let's try and hit that wall again. Yeah. Okay. So something's going on. We'll set it to 40. Huh. I think I got it. When you're hit by an enemy, a hurt box, this hurt function is fired. So you should be getting hurt regardless of the knockback. So let's double check. Okay. We're close, guys. That was weird. Just my brain is starting to fry. Let's get hurt. Okay, I'm not getting hurt for some reason. It's crazy. And you really should be getting knocked in the direction of the enemy, unfortunately. So I'm not getting hurt. So strange. Hurt box. Show knockback effect is true. Hurt timer is getting set to 0. Wait. But I put it in the wrong spot, you dummy. Grow up. Man. Every time you talk, you sound like a 5-year-old. Just grow up. There we go. There we go. Okay, so oddly, the knockback isn't... Okay, it sent me pretty good distance, so I like that. Good. But you know what we want to do here is we actually want to send... Hurt power, that's good. We want to send some data. It's going to be the vector 3, and it's going to be called hurt direction. Okay? We're going to send some data to the knockback, which is a real pain. So we're going to do something like this. Hurt direction. We got to send data through like 3 functions. Vector 3, hurt direction. Why am I getting an error here? What's this? Why am I getting an error here? Couldn't tell you. Let's take a look. Optional parameters must appear after all required. Okay, so this is going to be the first one. This is not optional. Okay. So that means now we need to go back to the hurt box, and we're going to say transform dot forward. Okay. I hope that forward is not local but world. That's important. So we pass that into the player script, and that is then passed into the knockback script, which is going to be hurt direction. Good. So let's go to knockback. I don't want this to be called velocity. It's called direction. There we go. And now we just do this. Instead of vector 3 being hit direction, instead of that being the dog's forward, it's just going to be whatever the direction was. So really, you could just do this. Negative direction.x and then negative direction.z. So hopefully, it's going to knock us in the direction of the enemy. The enemy's movement, basically. Man, it's a little painful, though, because what if you hit the backside of an enemy? Ugh, there's a lot of questions. Anyway, let's hit play here and take a look. Now, I will say that knockback is also being fired from somewhere else. Good, okay. We'll see. I'm not so sure here. Okay, that was crazy. That's really bad. Something's going on here. Okay, so that... Yeah. It doesn't need to be negative. So, it's a little confusing here, but what we got to do is we got to basically... the hurt box is going to send the forward information to the player. This information I see. Okay. whatever this balance multiplier is, I have no idea what the use of that is. Do I even use that? I don't think I even use the balance multiplier. I really don't. I don't use balance multiplier. Okay, so here's what we need to do. We're not going to multiply anything times numbers. There will be a constant of 40, no matter if you slam into a wall or you're hurt. It's always going to launch you about 40. Or I could even just say jump power. Honestly, that's probably fine. We could just do a jump power. We don't really need this. You just do jump power there because it's getting set. I'm too confused at this point to even explain what's going on. We don't even want to do a negative here. We're just going to do direction.x, direction.z. Therefore, it's going to be times, yep. Hurt box here is going to be multiply it times like 10 or 20, okay? I think that's good. Oh man, I already got some errors here. What is this? Balance multiplier? No. Oh. Yeah, whatever. What? Why? Knock that back takes 3 arguments. Okay, so it's not this. We're so close, guys. We're so close, but there's no cigar. All right, let's slam into a wall. Okay, that kind of worked. That worked great. That was awesome. But slamming into a wall is problematic. It just launches me in the air. Let's take a look at our hurt timer. Make sure there's nothing going on here. Okay, hurt timer is getting set to 0. So it looks like there's just not enough velocity when you get hurt. So that means that hurt direction should be... What is going on here, guys? Let's go find out where that knockback is being used. There it is. Old velocity. Knockback for walls. Old velocity. Yeah. So it's going to be negative. Negative old velocity times 3. Same here. Negative old velocity times 3. That should do it. Sorry, I know none of this makes sense. This isn't very exciting. But it's okay. There we go. That's pretty intense knockback. But overall, it's very encouraging. So encouraging. That's insane, like way too much knockback. But we're going to multiply it times 1.3. I bet you we could get away with not even doing it. There we go. Let's try it. Not even doing a multiplier. All right, let's see here. Walls. Good. That feels great, honestly. A little much, honestly. Let's go get hurt. Ooh, fun. And we won't make it so high. So we'll do his jump height, like divided by 2 or something. Yeah, jump power divided by 2. Try that. I kind of wish he was like, he rotated and flew backwards. Okay, and also the invincibility timer, that's ridiculous. 2 seconds is too long. I think that's too long. So we'll set it to hurt timer max. Let's try 1 and see what we get. My dog is licking his butt right now, and it sounds like he's drinking a smoothie. Jeb. Oh. Let's try this. Why? Looks like it needs to be on trigger stay for these little buddies over here. So if we go to our health, our hurt box here, we're getting some issues because if you, it needs to be on trigger stay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Harry Potter. Ugh! Why? I don't know why it keeps pushing me like that. He should be able to hurt me whenever I want, whenever he wants to. See? Why? Isn't that strange, guys? If player instance is jumping. Oh, if jumping is set to false. Why would that matter? If I'm in the air, it should still hurt me. You know what? Yeah, it should still hurt me. It could be that yeah, it could be that I'm trying to... Okay, so let's try it out. Ugh. Okay, good. So I think it has to do... I think that hurt timer, a full second is actually kind of a lot. You know? Yeah, hurt timer of 1 second is actually a lot. Yeah, okay. What was the problem, though? Oh, the problem was this. We need to say if... Yeah. So there's another function or condition we need to write here, and it's if hurt player regardless of jump equals true, then hurt the player regardless of if they're jumping, or if it equals false, we also need to say, well, you need to be jumping. So if the player is jumping and hurt player regardless of jump is set to false, so that means that you can have enemies with like horns and it'll hurt you. But also I would argue it needs to be more than just jumping. The player needs to be moving. Their jump, their rigid body jump in the Y direction needs to be smaller than at least like -2. You know, or I would say -5. What? Oh, rigid body velocity that way. Okay. It's because you are jumping. Is that not resetting the hurt timer? No, jumping does not reset the hurt timer. That's awesome. Thank you, Solitary Owl. That's very kind of you. Let's take a look. So what the heck? Why? I don't even get what just happened. Son of a... Apparently that code broke the game. What? Oh, I think the velocity is just, it's always lower than -5. Oh, it could be that, no. I don't get it. Let's try something here. Let's see here. Okay. I see. All right. If the player is jumping, we really shouldn't hurt the player. But it's only if this variable is set to false. Okay? That's kind of what's going on here. Thomas, if you want to avoid the loading time and you press play, go to Project Settings, Editor, and check. I remember this. I just enter play mode settings. Enter play mode options. Play mode options. And check enter play mode options. Cool, thanks. That means a lot. Thank you. Why didn't that... Why is there a delay? Wait. I think I got it. I think I got it. Okay. Good. Okay, I think we're okay. Good. Yes. Good, okay. All right, guys, let's hit play with the sound. And as always, we love to start in the menu, so let's start in the menu.
Choose your good boy.
I like him. Jerry.
Good choice.
There it is. Okay, so what we need to do, if hurt timer is greater than or equal to hurt timer max, then you're able to get hurt and do all this crap. Okay. That's really annoying. I don't know why. We've got some redundancy here. If we go to the update health, we'll see it. Hurt timer. Where am I using hurt timer? That's the question. Apparently I wasn't using it. Son of a bee. Let's see here. Apparently I wasn't even using it. That makes no sense. The music is
Choose your good boy.
The music is from Animal Crossing and Zelda right now. Larry.
Good choice.
Ooh, you're fast. So definitely need them to stop running once they hit you. That sound is great. Okay. One more guy. All right.
Choose your good boy.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining me today. That was super duper fun. You guys were really, really helpful today. This was a long one. By the way, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, click below to download that 2D game kit. It's going to help you out. Honestly, it helped me out a ton because I made a game in 14 days for PewDiePie, and then I got to play it with him on his channel. If 2D isn't your thing, then this 3D course that I have. Sorry, my dog is staring at me. He has to go poop. Yeah, free 3D course below. Check it out. See you later, guys. Get over here. Get down. Hey. Thanks for watching. By the way, if you haven't downloaded that free 2D game kit below, click below. It's my treat to you. I used this game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in 14 days, and I actually got to play it with him in front of his audience, which was really cool. This game kit is totally free. It's my treat to you, and you can use it however you want. You can make a commercial game and make $1 million off this game kit. I don't care. Or you could just use it for a hobby project. It's my treat to you. And by the way, if you haven't clicked like, that would mean a ton to me. Hit subscribe. And also, this is important, hit that notification bell. Here's why. If you get notified of when I'm live, you can watch me make my next game and let me know in the chat what you think about the game or any ideas you have, and you might just show up. Your chat might just show up in the next video that I upload. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.